Question?
Yeah, so to that point, what does it mean to be able to kind of go back home? How many people are going to be around? What's that going to be like?
I mean, this is my second time playing in Florida since I've been in college. We played in Orlando last year. I mean, it's crazy. I'm from Titusville, Florida. None of you guys probably even know what that is. It's a town of 15,000 people. And I'm probably gonna have 20 to 30 people there. People that I haven't talked to in a while. People that I have talked to very often. So it's gonna be exciting to have my mom and dad there. My dad hasn't seen me play. My dad seen me play in college. My dad's not a big traveler, so give him grace. But he's seen me play maybe 3 or 4 times since I've been in college. So to have him there, my grandma and some friends, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
It's a little weird to start the season off on the road.
Nah, I love playing on the road. If I could, I like playing in a different atmosphere. So it's not too crazy, but it's a highly anticipated game. We're excited.
So what's life like growing up in Titusville, Florida? It looks like it's on the coast. Is it
Nah,
a small town?
it's not what you think. We got a McDonald's, Wendy's, Publix. We just got Chipotle maybe 2.5 years ago, and it was like everybody ate Chipotle for 3 weeks. We don't have Chick-fil-A. We don't have Cane's. Like, it's the middle of nowhere. We're close to a beach, but I'm not a big water person, so it doesn't really affect me too much. But it's what you think. Alligators everywhere, mosquitoes, bugs, crazy people running around. But it's why I am the way I am. And I love Titusville, and I was ready to get up out of there for sure. But it's day to day is you leave once you go to Titusville, you can easily fall into a cycle of never leaving. Like there's people in Titusville whose moms went to my high school, and their moms went to the high school, and it's like a continuing cycle. So it's different than Texas A&M and College Station.
What would just knowing, going back there and the people that are going to be there, and your dad and everything,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of how special is that, and how much, motivation is the right word, but just to, be able to show out and play for that.
Man, it's like it's a lot of emotion. Be able to play to a school. I used to grow up going to UCF camp, like basketball camp, when I was when I was little. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was super young, and just to see the atmosphere when I was young, and to be where I'm at now, like it's full circle. And it's a blessing. Like God has been so good to me, and He's blessed me and my family, and He's blessed me with the ability to be sitting up here wearing Mo's shirt, getting asked questions and play for Texas A&M. So, you have to take time to appreciate where you've come, and just to look back and realize where I'm at. But the job is a job, and we're going there to win a game, and not just to say we went to Orlando. I can just say I went and saw my parents. So the goal is still the goal, the job is still the job.
What was your biggest takeaway from the exhibition game against Houston, and where do you feel like y'all have gotten better this week heading into UCF?
Biggest takeaway is we need to be better. I think we all realized like that wasn't good enough. And Houston's I think Coach said it. They're a tough program, and they're known to be a tough program for the past couple of years. And Coach Sampson does a great job with that program. So I think we just need to hold each other to a higher standard. I think it was a great rep to get at the end of October before we start playing, to play a game like that with the team we know like the back of our hand. I think it was a great rep for us, and I think I'd rather have the conversations we're having now compared to me sitting in front of you and we just lost 6 games in a row, and we're having a whole different feeling. So I think it was a great rep for us, and I think it's a good step moving forward for us.
How different is this team without Zhuric and Solo? How challenging was that? And then just having those guys back, what would it mean for this team?
I mean, obviously you guys don't know Zoo as much yet, but you guys know what Solo brings to our team. Personality-wise, defensive-wise, rebounding-wise. So he's a great presence, and we definitely missed him last game. And same with Zhuric, ball dominant guard. We definitely missed that a little bit, but we all have jobs to do, and injuries are going to happen. Things are going to happen. So you have to control what you control and just rely back to your work and do your job.
What do you make of this non-conference slate? I mean, it looks like there's a lot of challenge, but a lot of opportunity at the same time.
I love it, to be honest with you. That's kind of why I chose to come here, was to play the best. And we don't really run from anybody. So to be able to play, arguably one of the best schedules in the country, I think it's why you chose to come to Texas A&M. It's why you choose to play college basketball. You want to have the ability to say, I played this person, or I was in this environment, or I got to experience this. Like, I've been to Vegas one time, and it was for basketball, and I didn't have a good experience. So to be able to go say, I played at Vegas and played Creighton, Oregon, whoever else, I think it's just the experience behind it. And it just builds you as a basketball player, as a man, and just character-wise, I think it makes you into be somebody you want to be. So I love it. I love competing. I love playing hard. I got a black eye from playing hard. So I think it's something I was just raised to do, and I'm excited.
Buzz has talked a lot about, the formula or the recipe that y'all need to put together to win a game. Does it feel like the recipe this season is pretty similar to last year's with offensive rebounds, second chance shots, that kind of stuff? Does it feel like same recipe? I
think when you're number one in the country at something, everyone will run away from it. I think we're hearing similar words, but we don't want to say the same thing, because I feel like if you're saying the same thing every day, you're gonna end up doing the same thing every day. And this year we don't want to be 9-9, so you kind of have to know what to change. But obviously, if we're number one in the country, we're not gonna go away from it. We're still gonna emphasize it. And you could argue that's the reason we won 9 games in conference, was because I rebounded. So I think we're definitely preaching rebounding just as much. And, some of the things that we feel like were successful at the end of the season, or maybe the start of the season, to get us some wins, we're still going to use. But it's a new year, new team, new everything. We're trying to just go about it that way. So
We've seen Wade, we all know how he plays, and he's got all these preseason accolades,
Mhm.
but, you work with him every single day. How have you seen him grow, on the court, and then also from a leadership standpoint as he becomes an upperclassman here?
Yeah, I think we all know how good Wade is on the court. And I think just from me being around him for my second year, I feel like he's just a lot more vocal, in the sense of, if coach sees something in practice, he'll stop it. Or if he sees something in practice, he'll stop it, and he'll address it. It's not so much a coach saying it or, Buzz preaching about it. So, like, the way we kind of have all looked at it is, we have 7 or 8 returners that are, this is our last shot. And we kind of had a meeting within ourselves, like, hey, we don't want to have any more, I wish we would have did this, or we went through this. Let's kind of give it all right now. Let's take advantage of every rep now. Let's not be lackadaisical, because we can just come back next year. There is no 365 days from now. Like, we don't know where we're going to live at, if we're being truly transparent. So it's having the ability to go out there every day and fulfill each rep, fulfill each practice, fulfill each film session or 2 days before. And I think Wade's done a great job of it. And I think he's a leader of our team, and we're excited to have him back.
Speaking of the mindset you just talked about, in that locker room, is that kind of the sense everybody's sharing? Like, this is the shot to go and get something that we were unable to do last year?
I think so. I think it's, I feel like this is the most talented team we've had, and easily the best team I've been on, talent-wise. So for me personally, like I just said, like, it's my last year. I don't want to have any regrets, or I wasn't comfortable with it yet. I was trying to get adjusted. Like, there's no more excuses. And we kind of all look at it like, this is it. H's 5th year, Zhuric's last year, CJ's 5th year. CJ's been all over the country, playing for 18 different schools in 5 years. So, like, just having the ability to have that maturity of, okay, we've experienced, so much, and we're looking around like, wow, we were really good, and we have the ability to be really good. So just fulfilling every rep and holding each other to a standard like, this is my last year, this is your last year, and let's not have any slip-ups or any, like, let's not have a situation where we have to lose 6 games to win 6 games. So it's just being mature in our reps and being mature in the locker room every day.
So are you a fan of the chicken tender sub at Publix?
Oh, pub sub? Oh, for sure.
How do you get it?
So I'm not a big buffalo spicy person, so I get mine at barbecue. Italian bread, pub sub. We go full foot long pub sub. I like mine cut in 4. Mozzarella, cheese, and provolone. Barbecue sauce with the chicken. Toasted, not over crispy. Wrap it 2 times.
Think
That's
you're
how I
gonna
get
have to
mine.
get the guys to go get one?
I'm gonna take them to some spots. I'm not from Orlando, so I'm not as familiar with that area. But I got some homeboys over there that's more familiar, that'll help us around. So it'll be cool, and I'm tired of eating canes and Chick-fil-A, so I'm gonna try to go get some pub stuff and stuff like that.